Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Big Brother season, I always forget this, the show.
17.
It confuses me because I want to say 18, but I'm like, it's either 17 or 18. Season 17, warning, for July 1st, 2015. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-hosts, Luke.
Welcome to Big Brother.
And Erika.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Very good.
So, what did you guys think of this whole week? This week's been crazy.
Starting with the first ever Battle of the Block twist once again. The first Battle of the Block competition was pretty spectacular and very competitive, if I must say.
Yeah, I kind of like the whole building block aspect with the
architecture.
Yeah, like the high-rise beams and stuff that they had to walk across, and the rotating one,
and the wrecking balls going back and forth.
Yeah, the wrecking ball is the best part. No, but I like I like the thing in the center that would spin, because you would just step onto it, and you'd notice like their instinct would be to keep walking.
Right.
But if they kept walking, that they'd end up back where they started because the thing's rotating, so they have to step onto it, stand there, stand still, let it rotate, and then go.
That's part of making the competition challenging. You know, this is a competition to see who has enough strength and who has the competitive.
Right.
So it was so I want to say for the nominees that were made this week, I want to say they called it the week of the pawns. As you remember correctly, between James and Jason discussed it, they said we should call this the week of the pawns.
Yeah, very rarely does a Big Brother season actually make plans for a backdoor of somebody who's rather important first week and actually pull it off.
They did pull it off, something, so more power to them. Something, James' plan worked out perfectly, even though Jason, as we know, has been dethroned from, HOH. But you know what? It just goes to show you that when you're full of yourself, karma's a bitch, and it'll bite you right back in the ass. So there you go, honey boo-boo.
There was a while there where I was starting to, is James going to stick to the plan? All right, he won now, and Jason got dethroned. And I was like, is James going to stick to the plan? Or is Jason just going to annoy him so much that he's going to end up backdooring Jason? That's what I thought was going to end up happening.
That's not going to happen for quite some time, I don't think. Jason's in the clear right now, but I think it's something...
Compared to where Jason was the first week when he was sitting high and mighty on the pole and running his mouth, this week he's toned down quite a bit.
Yeah, so that's good. Something, you got to tone it down. The one who's not toning it down now is Audrey. Audrey is pulling people out of bed and trying to form a bigger alliance, and now that's giving James second thoughts.
Yeah, what the hell was going on there?
She's out of control. That's what's wrong.
No, that's not.
What is going on right now?
That's what I'm asking. Even Meg was like, "What is going on here?" Audrey's pulling everybody out of bed.
It doesn't really make much sense until you look at it everybody. She's making it seem like everybody's getting pulled into the alliance, when it's more like it's a 1 week alliance. She's just basically getting the votes.
Yeah, that's what I thought she was doing by the end of it, and I was like, I think she's just trying to get everybody on board, with the exception of Austin, to take Jace out.
Right?
Yeah. What's the guy's name? James. He made the whole reference of, never in Big Brother history has a 16-person alliance worked out.
No,
and that's true, but it's more like they can't just come up to you and say, hey Meg, we're gonna vote this way. Will you vote with us or against us?
Right.
They'll come in and say, "Hey, Meg, will you be part of our team?" Make them part of the team. They'll want to vote with you.
That's true.
And then next week you can back Norm if you want. But
right.
One thing I think people are going to notice differently this season is, I even was telling my dad this when we was watching it. These people have watched Big Brother for so long. It's 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 17th season. Now they're playing meta games with each other.
Right.
They're not even playing the game of Big Brother.
Right.
They're looking at it just like you saw Davon doing. This person is doing this, and this. That means they're doing this, this behind my back. This is their intentions. This is how I can provoke them.
Yep.
Davon is a grudge holder, and she gets overly dramatic. She overreacts.
She does, but she's very in tune with the game.
Yeah, I know, but she's ever so sensitive. It's like she likes to bottle everything up. She's taking her anger out on Jeff, out on,
right.
Clay, and Clay was getting frustrated. He's like, hey, this is our house, too, we can walk anywhere we want to. It's not like we were creeping in your room. Go find hair gel. What the hell was that?
And Audrey's just trying to, diffuse the situation here, and then Davon just, goes, I know what she's doing. It's like
Mama Day, cool down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Davon. I
don't know.
But listen, don't get me wrong. I like Davon's attitude. She doesn't take any shit from anybody. She knows how to stand her ground and to stand up to people and to protect her game. That's the thing. Because when Clay and Jeff are going in a whole new different ball game, at least they have the courtesy to at least apologize and not hold any grudges. And she is talking to the camera saying, he's a liar. They're all liars.
Yeah.
And she bottles it all up, and then the tears come flowing out.
Yeah. I think it's going to be damage to her game because she's the first person in Big Brother history that is actually visually metagaming the game.
Right.
She is unspooling everybody's ideas and everybody's backroom plans. She can read it. Mm-hmm. And she knows the game well enough. She knows what they're doing.
And she knows it well enough that she's creeping around the house let's count the cars in this room. Let's count, that's really good strategy, but
it is.
She's going to blow herself up.
Yeah, but be more discreet about it. Wait till somebody's in the room and then pretend like you're going to talk to them and then count them while you're in there bullshitting.
Exactly. You have to have a very particular set of skills when you're entering the Big Brother house. You can't. That's only making yourself a bigger target than what you are, and that can change the mindset.
What is Davon? Liam Neeson now?
Liam Neeson.
She's got to have a particular set of skills.
Right.
She does have, Liam Neeson. It's kind of like from, the Liam Neeson films. You have to have those particular set of skills. Look at Derek. He used his skills that he got as a police officer, and it got him to being crowned the winner of season 16.
Mm-hmm.
But staying focused on that on season 17, you got to use strategy in the game. And so far, the strategy I like so far is James.
Yeah. No, James is pretty calm, cool, collected. I was kind of, not that I wanted him to win, but I wanted Jace to stick around a bit longer. And,
Jace has just been blindsided.
Yeah, he just got backdoored. They had the veto competition. What do you guys think of the veto competition?
It's the first time ever that I've seen. I don't know if they've used this as the first ever. You know how it's themed, where you have to spell the words. They have this every season. Mm-hmm. But right. I've never known it to be the very first veto of the summer to where you have to spell a word. I don't remember that coming until the middle of the season, that competition.
They typically switch it around, so you don't exactly know when it's going to be.
Well, yeah, this was the first time. This was the first time ever that everybody spelled their words correctly.
Yes, that is true.
Yes, and trombonist.
Trombonist.
That word won Steve the golden power of veto. Steve won the first veto of the summer, and he's not the first to go home. And I don't blame him. He's got the strategy like Ian.
I forget which one it was, but one of them, just as a side quote, was like, "It's better than Technotronics."
Yeah, Jake said that. Sorry, go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's.
I think that was Steve that ended up saying that.
Yeah, it was. And even Jason even admitting, what did he admit? He said, "I have no like knowledge of spelling or something like that. Go to college, kids." He just admitted to
Yeah.
the entire world he didn't go to college. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not that that's a bad thing. Not everybody is up for college, but still, I mean, you want to. It's like you're painting yourself to look like an idiot.
Yeah, and then I loved the dentist's word, John.
Oh
Boogers.
yes, boogers. Oh my God, John makes me laugh.
Are you kidding me?
I'm looking for a dentist right now, and I would definitely so go to him if he accepted my insurance, because not only would I enjoy looking up at a guy up into his eyes when he's examining my teeth, but also to have his company.
Well, you live in Connecticut. He's from Pennsylvania, so
So
it's
yeah,
probably gonna be a very long distance commute to to your dentist.
You'd have to make a
Anything-
trip to Scranton.
Yeah.
I think I would. You know, if I was up in Scranton, I needed an emergency dentist appointment, I think I would go to him if he accepted my insurance. I love the I love the have not room, the dentist room. That is so up John's alley. He was all up into that.
When it comes to atmospheres, I think this is probably one of the most fearful ones that they've had. That's going to resonate with people's fears, because a lot of people just don't like going to the dentist. However, when it comes to the beds, which are the chairs, those chairs are pretty comfortable. So I don't know. I mean, unless the that spotlight that they put on your teeth, unless that's in their face while they're trying to sleep, that
would be annoying. Well,
yeah,
they should put that in, because that should be part of the challenge of the have-nots. I mean, you have to take cold showers. I mean, not that I wouldn't mind taking a cold shower, because it is summer, so who's going to mind the cold?
Mm-hmm.
But also, the Big Brother slop is back. I don't know why, but I kind of find the Big Brother slop to look appetizing. And nobody said they couldn't doctor it up, like maybe add a little bit of sugar or something like that. Like make.
They said they're going to need to do a little bit of work to give this thing some flavor. So
yeah,
they can use spices and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken.
No, but
you can use any
I love
condiments.
oatmeal, so what?
You can use any condiments in it.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think one season they made slop pancakes. Do you guys remember that?
Right.
The slop pancakes? Which season was that?
They typically do that throughout all the seasons. If I'm not mistaken, only one season did they try to bake a cake out of it.
I don't recall. I don't recall that. I remember the slop pancakes and something else, but I do remember Mike Boogie vomiting it up during season 7's All-Star season when he had to eat as much slop as he could. He vomited it all up again during that competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a long time ago, as I recall, I wouldn't mind the Big Brother slop, but I also wouldn't mind their very first have-not food, which was PB&J during the first 2 seasons.
Yep.
Before the slop was introduced. Because I grew up on peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I'm sure you guys did too.
Yeah. I don't know. So on the block right now, we have Jackie and we have Jace. Do you think Jace is going to end up going, or do you think Jackie the pawn is going to end up going?
Look, from what it's looking right now, I can honestly say that James and Jason's plan has gone through very successfully, and I think Jace is going to be walking out the front door tomorrow night. Like I said to you last year, I'll eat my running shoes if I am wrong, and Jackie is sent out the front door.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because Jace may be a bit of a smooth talker. He may have something to bring to the table and offer and sway James' position. Jackie may do something to blow up her spot. I mean, her and Jeff have been laying low, and they don't seem like they're big targets. Like everybody thought, the Amazing Race people, they're going to be the first ones out. Everybody's going to pick them. They're going to, blah, blah. It seems like they've already blended into the house.
They already have, and it doesn't seem like they're a big threat. I mean, I think they're going after Jace is because he's a beast. I mean, you could see the guy, but here's the other thing, too.
He's a wild card.
I don't know if you guys... Yeah, but I don't know if you guys have access to the live feeds, because I don't pay for the live feeds, but I did see from a Big Brother After Dark or Cam live feed from the show that he was grilling Steve and, like, verbally bullying him, and a lot of people hated that. I mean, people were berating Jace on the fan pages.
Yeah.
I personally didn't like the way, and I saw the video, I personally didn't like how he was grilling Steve like that. It's not like he backstabbed him. Hello, did you forget you're on Big Brother? There is backstabbing every day in the Big Brother house, 24/7. Did you forget where you came from? How long have you been watching the show?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, Jace, get real. If you know Big Brother so well, you're in the house. You know what's going to end up happening. People are going to start backstabbing each other.
Yep.
I don't know. It frustrates me because it's like they walk into the house thinking they know it all, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we could trust one another. It's not going to be like last year." Like, hello, it's the same every year. There's backstabbing. People are blindsided. Get used to it and suck it up. You're in the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
It's crazy.
I'm just, you know what? As a super fan, this is why I get so into it because I mean, it's like. These people, with their IQs, they don't think. Like, you think you could trust people, but you're naive about it. And look for Jace. Jace was totally blindsided. He started to cry in the diary room.
Yeah.
But who are you hoping goes home? You know what I think we should do before we end tonight? I think that, even though it doesn't apply to us because we're not on the show, I think that maybe we could personally add our votes in to see who we want to go. Like, say, for example, like, I could ask you, like, we could go one by one. Like, I could say, Dom, please cast your vote to evict. And Erika, you could ask me, please cast your vote to evict. I think we should get creative this season, you know?
Maybe not to that kind of extreme.
Well, I don't know. I just think we should be creative. Like, who do you want to see? All right, let's just say for the heck of it, who do you want to see go tomorrow, personally?
I want to see Jace leave.
Dom?
Well, let's go with you next. Who do you want to see leave?
Look, I think I'm going to blend in with the other house guests and say, I see Jace as a threat. I at least want to give Jackie a chance so she could at least have another chance to compete because she didn't make it far in the Amazing Race, so I would vote to evict Jace.
See, my vote is Jackie.
Okay, so by a vote of 2-1, basically. So it's Erika. It's me and Erika, 2 against your vote.
Yeah.
Why do you want to see Jackie go, though, Dom? I want your opinion.
Jackie's
on this.
already had her chance. She's Amazing Race. She's won. Let somebody else have a chance.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But I mean, still, I mean, even though she's been on another reality show after the other, I mean, I don't know. I just think personally, now this is only my opinion. I think she deserves a chance. I mean, Jace is a threat. He's bullying other people in the house, and Audrey is putting herself on the deep end. She's sinking in the quicksand right now.
Out of who's left in the house right now, I think Audrey has the biggest target painted on her back just from what she ended up pulling tonight.
Yeah, but you know something? If she's not crowned one of the HOHs tomorrow, then I think they're going to start targeting her next. They're going to be going after her.
Yeah, and if it's not Audrey, it's going to be Davon.
Davon, yep.
I think those two have the two biggest targets on their back for completely different reasons.
Well, my reason is Davon and her dramatic attitude and her drama. Audrey, because she's a floater.
Audrey's not really a floater.
No, she's not a floater. She's just doing what she wants without consulting people, and that's that's not really good.
And James was like, "Hello, did you forget who the HOH was?"
James, they're like having a discussion, and she's just like, "Oh, hold on." She runs downstairs and go grab somebody else and just pulls them into the alliance without consulting anybody.
Yeah,
that's not right.
No, I mean,
I understand what she was doing, but still, talk to people.
Yeah, it's not. It was a different. It was a different twist on what normally happens.
Yeah, and then speaking of twists, we get the BB takeover next week. Tomorrow, rather.
Tomorrow's a whole new takeover, and Kathy Griffin, as we heard in the main credits, will be announcing and hosting the next big twist of the summer.
Yeah. Kathy Griffin, I love Kathy Griffin, so I cannot wait to see what she's got in store for us this year.
I like her too. So now that we finally understand it, it's not going to be a veteran that's going to be hosting most of the BB takeovers, but mostly people that work with CBS.
That does not mean that a veteran will not show up. I could totally see Zack Attack coming in,
and I could totally see Rachel. I could totally see Rachel.
I could even see, because Evil Dick has said that he would not be able to be on Big Brother, not participate because, you know, medical reason. You know, he came out, he's got AIDS and all that. So
HIV.
I think, or HIV. Which one was it? HIV or AIDS? I don't remember.
He's HIV positive.
Okay, it's
He's
just
not
HIV, so it's not blown to AIDS yet. But yeah, but having HIV, I don't think he's actually allowed to compete in the house.
No, it's too risky.
Yeah, for medical risks and things like that. But that's not to say that he couldn't come in for the BB takeover, because he's not actually necessarily in the house. You know,
Right.
Right.
It would just be his personality, and that would draw some attention. So I could see something like that happening. So we could see some big celebrity, like cast members.
I hope it's actual twists.
Yeah.
I wonder. I could be wrong, but do you think? I'm kind of hoping Frankie makes an appearance too. You know, because he had a signature in the house, so maybe he'll pull off a twist this year too.
Well, if they go that route, they could just pull out Zanky and just get both of them.
Yeah, get Zanky back together, you know, for the thing, you know. I would like to, after they do that, after their announcement, it's time for a takeover, and you hear the horns. After that, before his picture appears on the screen, we hear, "Holla, you Fruit Loop dingus! Hey, it's Zach Attack from Big Brother 16." I would love to see them do that.
That would be.
That would be epic to see Zach.
That would be great. I really want to see that.
Oh, so do I. I mean,
so what do you think? What do you think Kathy Griffin's got in store for us? What do you think's up her alley? I think it's too early to see Zingbot.
Yeah, it's too early. Did she appear last year with Zingbot?
Yeah.
She did, didn't she?
Yep.
So, I really don't know. I mean, what does she do with CBS right now? Because what Phil, whatever his name was, the host of The Amazing Race, added a little bit of The Amazing Race into the game of Big Brother. What do you think she could possibly add with her work to bring into the game?
She's a comedian to begin with, so that's why they brought her in with Zingbot, so because that tied in really well together. But
there's so many different reasons.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's so many possibilities.
Right. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, and the twin twist is gonna also come into effect.
I wonder if the house guests will be able to tell the difference. Should I say who it is or no? Even though this says warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
We already covered it in a previous episode.
Oh, we did. That's right. Stupid me. Yeah, so do you think they'll be able to tell the difference between Liz and her twin Julia?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, identical twins, not all can tell apart, but you could absolutely tell which is which. So, I mean, not always, but personality-wise. Maybe not by look, but by personality. Even though she'll try to one will act like the same sister, it's going to be hard. Because even though you're identical twins, your personalities are 100% different 99% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to see how that plays out. I can't wait to see how that goes into effect. So tomorrow's going to be a really eventful episode. The live shows usually are. So
they usually are, and we see the first live eviction tomorrow night.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, is there anything else to cover?
I think we covered basically everything.
Yeah, Erika?
I'm really kind of hoping we get like actual twist next week and not just, the kind of lame like, oh well, you two get immunity for the week.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so too.
See, I know back when they did it on Big Brother Canada, it was like they had this big phone in the house, and the twist involved that phone, and whoever answered it was like directly involved in it. And so with the takeover, with the takeover, they don't really have that. So it's like, I just hope they do something really like useful, surprising.
Right.
Yeah. Should be good. Yeah, so I think that about covers it. Oh, you have something? Go ahead.
One more thing. Oh yes, just one more little thing to add, and my usual. Be a fly on the wall inside the Big Brother house. Watch the house guests anytime with the live feed on CBS.com.
Luke, where can the people find you?
You can find me and follow me on Twitter at Zupa23.
Excellent. Erika, where can the people find you?
Pretty much everywhere over the internet at Erika Rain 7.
Excellent. You can find me down below at Phenomedom, Phenomedom. You could also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till tomorrow. See you later.
From outside the Big Brother house, we are Luke, Dom, and Erika. Good night.
Can't wait for Kathy Griffin.
Neither can I. Did you get that last bit in before you signed off?
Yes, we're still on.
Oh, okay.